Let's try to understand this question. The number of electrons, protons, and neutrons in a species. In a species, no, it may be an atom, it may be a neutral atom, it may be an ion. That's why they are saying a species. Species are equal to 18, 16, and 16, respectively. Assign proper symbol to the species. You have to assign a proper symbol. So the number of electrons in this species is 18. There are 18 electrons, and the number of protons is 16. So when they are saying the number of protons is 16, that means in the nucleus of the atom there are 16 protons. So this is the number of protons determine which element it will be. It's the most significant number out of these three numbers, the number of protons, because this will determine, because see, all the atoms of different elements, they contain protons, they contain the same subatomic particles, the protons, the protons and the neutrons in the nucleus, and then electrons around it, right? So which element, how would the atoms of different elements differ? They differ in number of protons especially, right? The number of electrons are also are different, but sometimes number of electrons may be same, because electrons can be transferred from one atom to another. But the number of protons, it cannot be transferred. It remains as the number of protons is very specific to an atom. So here we have 16 protons. That means any atom contains, if it contains 16 protons, then it must be sulfur. Sulfur's atomic number is 16. This is how the atomic number is determined, is designed. So we write 16 on the bottom left, sulfur. By this we have come to know that this must be sulfur with atomic number 16. Now, what the number of neutron is 16 again. What is neutron? Neutron is one of the nucleons, and a neutral subatomic particle present in the nucleus, and it has slightly more mass than that of the proton, but they are almost the same mass. So protons and neutrons are together fitted inside the nucleus and the size of the nucleus is around 10 to the minus 15 meter, and that of the whole atom is 10 to the power minus 5 meter. And this has been determined by Rutherford through his alpha scattering experiment. One of the conclusions of the alpha scattering by the gold foil experiment. So number of neutrons 16. So what will be the mass number? Mass number is what it means the atom's mass is contributed by what is there in the nucleus, by the nucleons, that is by the neutrons and the protons. So their sum is 16 plus 16, 32. So this will be the mass number denoted by the number, by the letter capital Z. So mass number is generally written on the top left side of a symbol. So the mass number is 32, right? So what remains is, now we have to assign a charge on it. What will be the charge? See, the number of electrons and number of protons are not same. So the number of negative charges and number of positive charges are not same. Although electrons and protons, they differ in size much. It's like the proton is around 2000 times, has more mass than that of the electron, but they carry the same quantity of charge, 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Both electron and proton. Electron has 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Proton has also a charge of 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. The only difference is the nature of charge in electron is negative, and the nature of charge in proton is positive. But the amount or the quantity or the magnitude of the charge is same. So let's consider it as plus minus 18. 18 electrons with minus 18 charges, and plus 16 means 16 proton means plus 16 charges. So the net charge will be minus 2. That means number of electrons are more than number of protons. Generally, the number of electrons should be equal to 16. Number of protons 16. In a neutral atom, it must be 16 electrons. But somehow it has gained 2 electrons and it has become negatively charged. 2 minus. So we put 2 minus, 2 negative above on the right side top, which means that this is not a neutral atom. This is an ion, and that too an ion. So we call it not sulfur anion, we call it sulfide ion or sulfide anion. I hope is understood.